Welcome back. We are continuing our practical applications with Autodesk Inventor, and this is exercise number 8. We are designing this stylish soap holder with honeycomb drainage. The soap holder has three main components. So the first one is going to be the base, and then we got this honeycomb part for drainage. And the last one is going to be a lid, a top cover. In case you're traveling and you can take your soap with you and add a cover on top. If you're not traveling, you can just put the cover underneath the main part and you hold it. So let's go ahead and get started. How we're gonna do this? As always, I will go as slowly as possible so you can easily follow along. And yeah, so file, let's go to file, select new, metric, we're gonna be working in a metric, and then select the standard.ipt. Why? Because we're gonna create this as a single, even if it has multiple components, it's gonna still be one part. You could use assembly to do this, but it's very basic, so you don't need to create a assembly file type for it. So standard.ipt, create 2D sketch. Which plane they're gonna use doesn't matter, XZ plane right now, and go ahead do a 2-point rectangle command, 2-point center, and start at the origin. Okay, so the width of this rectangle is going to be 76, and then hit tab key to go on the other side. So let's go ahead and give it a length. The length is a 115. Right click. Okay. Now press your wheel button and hold, and then move it down a little bit. Now let's go ahead and apply fillet 10 of radius of 10. We're gonna round these edges. Round these edges. Excellent. Now finish sketch. Extrude. Zoom out so you can see better. Press your wheel button and allows you to move your sketch anywhere on the screen. Awesome. And then go ahead and do extrude. How much we need to extrude this? I found 30 millimeters fine. And then we're going to apply shell command. So select this top face and go to shell command. And what thickness we're going to use? What does shell command do? Well, essentially what it takes that solid we had and create a box, removes all these materials and applies a thickness to it. So I'm gonna try a thickness of 2 is fine. 2 is gonna work for what we're trying to do. Simple as that. Alright, now rotate until you see the bottom. We're going to go to plane, offset from plane, select this guy. We're going to offset this plane by let's do -10 and then enter, so we can. Now we're going to use this plane for, we have to start create let me see if I can go back to my part. So we're going to use that plane for. I'm gonna hide this. Okay, we can show more instead of what's going on, and I'm also going to hide that. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to create this support overhang for that drainage block. Okay, and we're going to create that on this sketch. Just a 2D sketch on this part, and at the bottom we have multiple options. One of them is slice graphics. You can also press F7 to select that, it cuts through basically, so it allows you can now easily sketch there. All right, now we're gonna go to rectangle command, 2-point rectangle, and come and draw a rectangle about there. The width, let's make it 2. Actually, I meant let's kind of measure the length as well. So I'm gonna zoom in, measure from there, distance. Let's make it 9. Excellent. Now we're going to apply constant constraint. Constant constraint is there under constraint panel. Select this point, and we want to constrain this at midpoint of this edge, somewhere there. Why is that not? Oh, that's not the midpoint. I selected the wrong one. So select this point, and then come at there. Okay, it's midpoint. When it's constrained, notice that the color changed. It went from purple to black, and you can also see at the bottom here it says that we are free constrained. That is how you tell. Let's do the same thing again on this side. I'll draw a rectangle here. Now the length is going to be 9, tab key, and the width is 2. And the reason why it looks like it's crooked, I'm gonna select top so it looks better. So you have top there. Top, so do top view. Excellent. Now we're going to do the same thing we did. Constant constraint. Find the midpoint of this rectangle on this side. So it's gonna be there, and then constrain it to this point. It's the center of this line here. Well done. Now next we're going to go to project. We're going to origin, and let's go to project geometry, the x-axis and z-axis. Why are we doing that? We're going to use those as our mirror lines. Okay. I turn them into construction lines. Either left click to set the line, then right click, construction line. That's why they are dashed. Okay. Now, so launch mirror command. The object we're gonna mirror is just this rectangle. We're gonna mirror this one along this line, and then apply. So it's here. So we could, instead of just drawing them multiple times, we just did use mirror command. It is a little bit more efficient. And then this time we're gonna use this one. Awesome. And then finish sketch. Finish sketch. Let's turn off this plane. We don't want to see it. Uncheck visibility. While is the visibility? There you go. Hide it. Now launch extrude command, or press E. Press E for extrude on your keyboard. We're gonna extrude this 2 millimeters, and I'm gonna select all of them. All of them. Okay. Done. Done. So this is where our drainage lag is going to fit. Very good. All right, now what can we do next? Let's go ahead and actually clear the drainage, right? What is the drainage? I'm gonna hide this part. We are done with it. Drainage part is interesting. So we use this honeycomb pattern. It is very interesting. It adds another. It makes it a little bit more stylish. You obviously could use any other pattern that you like, any other shape you like. Yeah, I just wanted to look nice. All right, now how are we gonna do that? So we're gonna select this top side and start to sketch on it. All right, now go to project geometry and select inside. Okay, if I slice graphics, you can see what we have. This yellow round shape. Okay. All right, now offset command. Go to offset command. We're going to offset it by 0.5. Why? Why are we offsetting this? Huh? Why don't we just use this around? Well, remember we are 3D printing this. So let me show you what's going to happen. If I go back to my main part, we need to leave a small gap between this part and the drainage rack. Otherwise, it won't fit. You try to put it in, it won't fit. So that's what that small gap is. It's for tolerance for the 3D printer. If you make it exactly the same dimension, unless you print it out of flexible material, and it will not pack up to the fit. Right, so we do 0.5 is plenty. I did print mine and it worked fine. No, so we did offset that. Now finish our sketch. Finish our sketch. All we're gonna do, we're going to extrude that 2 millimeters. So you can see if you rotate it a bit, you can see there's a small gap between this part and then the main holder. Alright, so extrude 2 millimeters is fine. Output we won't join. No, we don't want to join. We want to make this a new component, a new solid. And let's go ahead and name it drainage rack. Drainage rack. Excellent. You don't have to name it, but sometimes when you're designing and you have a lot of parts, a lot of components in one drawing, it's a good practice to name something you can remember. That way, if I have to make a change, I know what solid is it. I want to change. All right, click OK. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and in your browser history or browser tree, there are solid 1 and solid 2. I'm gonna double click on solid 1 and name it main part. We can name it anything as long as you remember. And also let's go ahead and how about we change appearance? Let's go ahead and change appearance. What do you want it to be? Red. Why not? Apply red and then also make it invisible. We don't need it right now. We don't need it right now. Alright, so we have this part here. Select the top view and then start a 2D sketch on it. This is where we're gonna set the honeycomb pattern. So we're gonna use polygon. Go to rectangle command, polygon, and we're gonna draw a polygon with 6 sides. I'm gonna start about there. Anyway, it's fine. Just approximate it. Anyway, it's fine. Okay. Oh, that's too close. I'm gonna do it again. About there. I'm gonna draw mine like this. Very interesting. If you have it oriented differently, you're gonna have a different pattern. Let's go ahead and add dimension from this end to this end. Let's go ahead and do 6. Okay, and then we're going to apply a vertical constraint. So we're gonna bring this point to the center. We're gonna make this point horizontally aligned with this guy. Why we're applying vertical constraint? Because the way we had it oriented. So just select this guy and then say this guy here. So it's technically vertical constraint, it's just oriented this way. Okay. Now horizontal constraint. I select this guy and make sure this point aligns. It's gonna make this part straight. Okay, down, and then let's move this dimension down here. You're gonna go to dimension again from this point to this side, and let's make that 9.5. 9.5. 6, 9.5. That looks fine. Now let's project geometry. Project this guy, and also this one. Let's make these construction lines. So when we're ready to extrude, they are not part of the sketch. Alright, now this, we're gonna use this as a direction when we apply rectangular pattern. Actually, let's go ahead and do that right now. So the geometry is going to be this polygon. It's actually hexagon, in case you're wondering. Direction is going to be this guy. Now we don't want them to go this way, so what we'll do, flip direction. Awesome. How many should we do? Let's try 18, and distance between them is 8.5. 8.5. 18 is probably even too many, but 18 is fine. It doesn't matter. Let's try 18. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, we got that part. Next, we're going to pattern this pattern again. Okay, let's go ahead and create a specific line. Draw a line from here to here. This line is, let's make it a construction line. This line, so we're going to copy this rectangular pattern over and below, and we're going to use this line as our direction. So rectangular pattern, left click and hold to drag. I'm going to drag until here also, and then I'm going to select these last two separately because I do not want to select that geometry line. I missed that one. Make sure you select everything. Do not miss anything. Next, we're gonna select the direction we want to pattern this. So I'm gonna select this guy. It gives me a nice preview. Now, how many do we need to do? Let's go ahead and do 6 counts. Spacing between them, 8 is fine. Again, I 3D printed mine. I like the way it looks. But you are welcome. To modify these to your liking. Now, let's go to direction 2 and select this line again. But instead, we're going to flip it. We're going to flip direction. We're going to do 6 one more time. 6, and spacing between them is 8. Done. Gonna take a minute. Oh, look at that. Finish sketch. And then let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you can see. Launch extrude command. I'm gonna move my extrude command here so you can see what's going on. Alright, now it's asking me to say profiles. So I'm going to left click and drag to clear these window selection. So I select everything. Pay attention. How many profiles do I have selected? 198. Depending on the type of computer you have, it may slow down a little bit, but it's not too complicated of shit for Autodesk Inventor to handle. Alright, so we're gonna extrude this, but we're going to sort of join. We're going to cut. and we're going to 2 millimeters is perfectly fine, and then click OK. Excellent, excellent. All right, next, now what do we do next? So we're gonna go to sketch 3, under extrusion 3, find sketch 3. We need this to be visible. That I do, you can just left click, visible, check visibility, or just turn this light on. Okay. And next, we're gonna select this part here, and we're going to start a 2D sketch on it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to project geometry, this, make sure you select that, select this guy here, that's 2, 3. Alright, this corner, make sure you select the round, this corner. Alright, that's, I lost count, but I think that's 3, 4. And then here we're gonna select this round, 5. Alright, make sure you select that, and then 6. I want to show you how to check in a minute. 6, so I select about 6 edges. So that essentially I'm copying these inner profile in. Alright, so once you get that done, click OK. Alright, now let's go to offset command and select this guy. Now zoom in a little bit, see if you have a closed loop. If you do not have a closed loop, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So mine, it looks like I got everything. If you don't, make sure you select every round edge and this straight part. Alright, so we're gonna offset this by let's do 1.5 is fine. Awesome. And then finish your sketch. Now, so we're going to extrude this profile. I'm gonna zoom in, make sure you have this profile selected. Okay. Now, so we're gonna split it, but we don't want to cut it. We're gonna join it. So what we just created is we're gonna fill up that gap, and then click OK. Excellent. We no longer want to see this sketch, so go ahead and check that. And our Honeycomb partner is almost done. It's almost done. We're gonna do one more thing. So we're gonna select this guy here, set to the sketch on it, and I'm going to go ahead and project my x-axis. I'm gonna project it. You guessed it right. You're gonna use that formula. I'm gonna draw a circle about somewhere there, and the diameter of the circle is gonna be 20. You're gonna draw another circle. Diameter is 14. Awesome. Now let's dimension from the center of this circle to this point. Let's give it a distance of 20. Now we can use mirror command, select this and that, and then the mirror line is going to be this. All right, why are we doing this? What is this for? Let's go back. This part here is like, if you want to take it out, it's easier. You can just use that. Take it out. So I think it has interesting look to it. It's not all hexagons, but you can also mix with squares. But mainly, like, it's easier to, if you're draining it or you're gonna clean it, just easily put your fingers in here, take it out. That's what it's for. Okay. Finish sketch. Why did I do this? Well, you could also just do one and then mirror extrude it, obviously. But I want to show you another way to extrude. I don't think I've showed you another way to extrude. So we're gonna finish this, and we're going to launch extrude command. We're going to select this guy first. Now, so it's extruding this way, so we need to flip direction. However, we do not want to cut, we're going to join. And we're going to add, there's add option, so select a new, and this time we're going to select this guy. But this one, we're going to cut it. Cut. And then we're going to move on this side, add another one, select this guy again, and flip it, make sure you join, and then add, select this guy, and cut it, cut it, cut it, and then click OK. Boom, done. Done. Well, I mean, we could have done it one extrude and then mirror it after extruding it, or you could extrude at the same time. Sometimes that's handy. So the drainage rack is done. Ladies and gentlemen, drainage rack is done. Let's go ahead and change appearance for this one. Appearance, maybe magenta, kind of like magenta. Magenta. Okay, so we got that part done. Let's see where we are. So we got the main part done. Let's see, is the main part done? I'm missing a few stuff. Let's go ahead and finish this actually. What am I gonna add? So maybe, should we, let's see where we are. So we need to create this part as well. This ring is the start, it's like a stopping ring. When we add the lead, it's supposed to stop it. Stop there. And then so yeah, let's go ahead and do that first. Let's go ahead and create that ring first. And then we're gonna do the with the last. Alright, so we can now hide our drainage black because it's done. Let's go back here. Rotate it, see the bottom. And offset command, offset, plane. So we're gonna offset this plane up a little bit. So offset from plane. How far do we want that ring to be? I'm gonna do, you know what? I'm gonna do -15. -15. Almost halfway through. Good. And then started to just sketch on this one. And what we wanna do, I'm gonna go down, rotate it a bit, and project geometry, and I'm gonna select this. And what it does is just create these outside outline there. And I finish your sketch. Also, we no longer need this plane, so let's make it invisible. And we're going to create a plane tool one more time. Mid plane, that, and this guy here. So what is that mid plane? I may be going too fast. Mid plane between two planes. What does it just create two planes that are parallel to two planes. So this and that, and then we create an. So we're gonna select that plane we just created. And slice graphics is better. Now what we're gonna do, we're going to go to project geometry, but this time we're gonna project cut edges. Project cut edges. So we have these nice points here, the intersection point, that's what we need. Alright, so now we're gonna draw a circle around it at this point. Diameter of that circle, make it a 3. 3 is fine. 3 is gonna work. Finish sketch. Extrude, no, extrude. We're going to instead do sweep. Remember we used sweep command before? So the profile is going to be the circle we just created. And the path is gonna be this guy. The output is join. You're gonna join, so it's outside, and click OK. Awesome, look at that. All right, now let's go ahead and check that, uncheck that, and finally, we're gonna select this part here, and start to sketch on it. And that part is just gonna be this drainage path, if you will. So to do that, there's one element where today. Let's try to use a 2-point rectangle. Draw a rectangle from there to down here. So I'm gonna select this line. Dimension of this side is, let's make it 15, and also this one make it 15. Excellent. What's next? What's next? All right, finish, and let's go ahead and extrude it. We're gonna extrude it by we're gonna flip it, we're gonna cut it. How much do you want to cut it? Let's see. Probably, what if we do 10? 10 is perfect. 10 is gonna work. That's for drainage. Alright, now fillet. Let's go ahead and launch your fillet. And this time we do a fillet of 10 again. Let's do 8. I don't remember what I did on my fillet. Was it 10 or 10? I did 10. 10's fine. I think 10's gonna work. You know what? I like 8. Let's do 8. 8 looks better probably. So like that guy. It's the same thing here. Same thing here. Okay. And then click OK. That's done. And we can apply a small fillet radius of 0.5 on the top. So it's not too sharp. It's not too sharp. 0.5. I can even go ahead and apply another one at the bottom here. I like it when it's no super. It's not gonna affect. It's not gonna create overhang for your painting, especially the bottom one. 2.5 is very minimal, but it's it's not super sharp either. All right, so I think that is done. The main part is done. Let's go ahead and add our drainage rack. And that's done. Now, the last part is creating the lid on the top cover. Now, how we're gonna do this guy? This guy is so one thing we have to be careful is that this is the part we're gonna create. It's easy. It's just very easy, but we have to make sure that this side from here, from this side, is smaller than the top cover. That was not gonna fit. So dimensions for that, or how we're gonna do that. Again, offset plane, you guys getting comfortable with this now. I'm gonna offset mine to 35. Oh, no, edit that, edit. I meant negative 35. Awesome. Okay, now select this plane and start to sketch on it. Alright, I'm gonna go. Before I do that, can I go ahead and yes, I can. Go ahead and make them invisible. We don't need them. Alright. Now this part is going to, let's go back to rectangle. 2-point center rectangle command, and start at the origin, draw a rectangle whose width is 80 and tab key length is 119. Awesome. And then the radius, let's make it 12. And go ahead and play RVs. Good. Finish sketch. Well, we don't longer need to see this plane actually. Gonna make it go away. Now I'm going to extrude this. Because I have said this guy, so I need to make my main part available, visible. Weird. Why would, alright, Inventor, what's going on? I didn't know that. Alright, if you don't have it visible, it's not gonna allow you to extrude it, because they are kind of related somehow. So distance do 30. Instead of join, let's go to do new solid, and this time we make it lead. Okay, lead, aka cover, top cover. You know what? You know what I'm talking about. Top cover. And click OK. New solid. Make sure you select new solid. Excellent. Now we can hide this main part. Go ahead, hide it. Awesome. Now let's rotate it until you see the bottom and shadow it. What's the thickness? 1.5. 1.5. Very good. We're almost done. We are almost done. I'm gonna rotate it so I can see from this side. It's left view. Now select this side and start 2D sketch on it. 2D sketch. We're gonna use arc command. Start your arc from there about there. About this one, and then give a radius of 11. Okay. Now, so we're going to constant constraint one more time. We need this center to be at midpoint. Finish. Extrude. I told you, extrude is your best friend. You can do a lot of things with extrude. That's why it's number one, numero uno. So we're gonna extrude it through, and then we're gonna join, or we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut. And select OK. Done. Now let's go ahead and select this and change appearance. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna paint with different colors. What about blue? I haven't done anything blue. What is blue? Blue, I haven't forgotten you. Blue, where are you? Where? Scratch into anything you like. Don't mind me. Go ahead. I know some of it is your favorite part. Go ahead, find any appearance you want. I can't see blue. Maybe cyan blue. Who knows? It's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, guys. I think we are done. Am I missing anything? Oh, well, like we did before, I think it's good. You don't have to do this. It will still work. But I'm gonna go ahead and just add 0.5 fillet there. Can I do the same thing here? Top. Sure. Why not? It's just for extra cautious. It's not too sharp, but could be, depending on what settings you print it at. And yeah, we're done. I believe we are done. That is, ladies and gentlemen, how you design a beautiful, stylish soap holder. Take care of your soap. Take care of your soaps. You can actually customize further. You can go ahead, if you want, for extra credit, go ahead, add your name there. Engrave your name on there for extra credit. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn all the components though back on so you can see what's going on. So that's the lead. It's the main part. Oh, if I do this, I guess I'm gonna explain to you what's going on later. And let's go ahead and run it right. Alright, so this guy is gonna fit because if you look, let's go ahead and use this guy for measurements. So if we measure, so go to inspect, that distance is 115 millimeters. Now for my 3D printer, I found that if I add a gap between them of 1 millimeter, it perfectly fits. So I'm gonna go to turn off everything here. I'm gonna turn off as well. And so if we measure from here to here, it should be more than 115. If you want a super tight cover, so inspect, maybe do smaller than 160. So I got 116, the other side was 115. So this is gonna fit perfectly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is how we design a soap holder with a honeycomb pattern. Think of what else can you do, what else can you do with a honeycomb pattern? What can you design with a honeycomb pattern? A lot of things. A lot of things. Okay. Or select. Obviously, you're gonna go ahead and add this in your portfolio. We're done. And then you're done. This is what I would have to see in your portfolio. And remember, you have to add a short description on how you design this, or the commands you used, whichever you like. The reason why I ask you to do this is just so you can, when you write something down, you most likely to remember. Also, in case you decide to come back, you can do this. You can see if you can do it on yourself. Alright, but my videos will always be there as long as YouTube is there. My videos are gonna be there. Alright, that's all, guys. I'll see you in the next one.